guys, and welcome to the next part of our look at the old Hollywood datapack. Today we're looking at the runners, starting with the Anarchs and Trope, a new program. Cost of 1, memory cost of 1, and has, when your turn begins, place 1 power counter on Trope. Click, remove Trope from the game, shuffle 1 card from your heap into stack for each power counter on Trope. At first you might not think that's too powerful, it gets something useful back, but if you think about it, you wait for enough power counters to get on that, and suddenly you can get all your economy back. Every card that's got new credits during the game you can get back. Next we have spoilers. Resource Virgil, cost of 1. When the corpse scores an agenda, he or she trashes the top card of R&D. Once again, not majorly game changing, annoying for the corpse since they'll have to trash their top card of R&D. But think about that. Every now and then you could find an agenda, and it goes from their highly protected R&D into possibly less protected archives. So that's a good way to get at agendas. Next we have the criminal, drug dealers. Credit to put into play, resource connection. When turn begins, lose 1 credit. When the corpse turn begins, draw 1 card. Now at first that's a pretty big downside, losing a credit every single turn, especially if you haven't got your economy fully going. But that extra card can be extremely handy against certain new Gen Techie flip identities, which do 2 meat damage to you right off the flip. So getting an extra card at the start of their turn could be very handy. Next we have Rolodex. Cost of 0, Resource Virtual. When you install Rolodex, look at the top 5 cards of your stack and arrange them in any order. When Rolodex is trashed, trash the top 3 cards of your stack. Now, in any card game, being able to look at the top 5 cards and put them back in any order you want is going to be helpful, especially since you can just click and draw them. But having to trash the top 3 cards when it gets trashed could be difficult, because the corp will probably wait until you're in a situation where you don't know what's coming, and if they've got you tagged, they can just trash a resource. Next, we have Shapers and Fan Site. Resource Virtual. Whenever the corp scores an agenda, add Fan Site to your score area as an agenda worth 0 agenda points. This is more for the cases where you have to, as a cost, trash an agenda. So you can choose to trash this worthless one. Next we have Film Critic. Cost of 1, Resource Connection. Film Critic can host a single agenda. Whenever you access an agenda, you may host that agenda on Film Critic. The agenda is no longer being accessed and is uninstalled. 2 clicks, added an agenda hosted on Film Critic to your score area. Now, that could be a good way of protecting your agenda that you've taken. If the corp has ways of making you sacrifice it, there are some Gen Techie traps that will do that. So this could be a good way of protecting it. Next we have, for neutral, Paparazzi. Resource. You are tagged. Prevent all meat damage. Now, let me just let you think about that for a second. Prevent all meat damage. So that's not only the stuff that the ice is doing, all the new cybernetics that have as part of their cost, you take 2 meat damage or 1 meat damage, you no longer take that with this card. Sure, you're tagged, but if you can work around that, this could be a fantastic card to use. Alright, Netrunners, we'll see you next time for the next data pack. See you around.